What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego back with some more boxing. We have great news in the sport of boxing, some new inductees into the Hall of Fame. You have 2 division champ Joe Calzaghe, 6 division world champion, the Golden Boy himself, Oscar De La Hoya, and 3 division world champion Felix Tito Trinidad, and they were all inducted into the Hall of Fame. So shout out to all 3 of those fighters. Great inductees. As far as Joe Calzaghe, out of all of the 3, I'm not gonna say he doesn't deserve it, but he's probably the my least favorite out of those 3 people. And I just think his resume is a little bit blown out of proportion. He did retire undefeated. Some question marks in his career. He fought Roy Jones, who didn't look like the youthful prime Roy Jones. He did beat him though. Um, the Bernard Hopkins win, very questionable as well, very controversial. I thought Bernard Hopkins won. It's been years since I've seen that fight. Maybe I should watch it again. But shout out to him. He did what he did. Um, Beat Mikhail Kessler when he was younger, some other people. But I just think overall his resume is not as good, win or lose, than Oscar De La Hoya and even Felix Trinidad. Funny thing, too, out of all 3 inductees, arguably Bernard Hopkins beat them all. He stopped Oscar De La Hoya with a body shot. He beat Felix Trinidad. Um, and arguably he beat Joe Calzaghe, depending on who you ask. I think Mike Tyson was in the audience live during that fight, and he said he had Bernard Hopkins winning. So, anyway, great selections. All 3 are champs. All 3 did what they had to do. Oscar De La Hoya, I'm not sure if he's still in rehab or if he's out, if he's cleaned up his act. So, get well soon, Oscar. Hopefully, he's doing well. Um, Oscar De La Hoya's resume speaks for himself. He really took the torch after Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. by beating him. And he's been in there with really everybody from different generations, older generations, his generation. He's fought Mayweather. He's fought the Hopkins. He's fought the Chavez Seniors. He does have a couple question marks in his career as well. The Felix Sturm, that fight, I thought he lost it. Shane Mosley rematch, thought he won that. But they gave it to Shane Mosley. So there's some question marks, some questionable um, decisions on both sides for Oscar De La Hoya. Some that he should have won, he didn't, and then other fights that he probably should have lost, he didn't. So Ike Corte, the Trinidad fight, um, there's just some fights that I think that are a little bit gray area, but he has a solid resume, a great resume. He's been in there with Pacquiao. So shout out to him. And as far as Felix Trinidad, I mean, there's not much else I could say. The guy is a crowd pleaser. He had a vicious hook. He had power, and he just did tons for Puerto Rico. He was Puerto Rico's champ before Miguel Cotto. I'm not saying he's the first Puerto Rican champ, but he was definitely one of the most memorable in the modern era. So shout out to all 3 fighters. They made it Hall of Fame inductees. Who would you like to see inducted into the Hall of Fame? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of these 3 inductees and who else you want to see added. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.